Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Slides. Okay, perfect. So I am Rohan from EOS Authority. We are a block producer based in London. And thank you to the sponsors. The venue is amazing. And I have a demo to show you today. And I have a bit to cover before I start the demo. So let's get straight in. So these are all features on EOS. There are lots of features on EOS. The speakers today and the panelists will be discussing a lot of these features today. I'd like to pick two features, 500 millisecond block interval and free transactions. So 500 millisecond block interval. First, what is a block? This is a representation of a block. You have transactions in a block, so you have things like your voting transaction, your transfers, airdrops, all kinds of things go in a transaction. What is important about a block is the moment the block is produced by a block producer, it's immediately visible. All the transactions are visible at that point to everybody within the network. So that is the important point there. And what's unique about EOS is it generates these blocks in 500 milliseconds. So in 500 milliseconds, you have one block, then the next, and so on. So every 500 milliseconds, you get blocks, and your transactions wait for 500 milliseconds before it's on the chain. So why is 500 milliseconds block time important? It's low latency. So the moment you send your transactions in, you wait a maximum of 500 milliseconds, and this is pretty much the hard-coded upper limit. So you wouldn't be waiting longer than that. Okay, so let's look at the 500 millisecond block interval in a real-world example. So for example, if you were to click on the like button, and if you had the different blockchains on EOS, you would get a response in like 500 milliseconds. So your like is on the blockchain, it's visible everywhere. Ethereum, it's like 30-second block time, so you would keep waiting, and after 30 seconds, yeah, you got it. Bitcoin, it's 9 minutes, 10 minutes, so block time is like really, really long. You would keep waiting for quite a long time for something like that. So the second point that I'd like to discuss before the demo is free transactions on EOS. If you have an account on EOS, your transactions are free. Ethereum, your transaction fees vary. Like I've seen $2, $5. Recently, it's gone pretty high. So that is for a single transaction. On Bitcoin, the transaction fees fluctuate. It was as high as $35 in January, and yeah, it keeps. And what is a bit confusing is like you pay more fees for faster transactions. So you pay more fees to get your transactions included by the miners and so on. On EOS, the transactions are free. Two types of rate limits apply. There are CPU limits and network limits to prevent abuse of free transactions. So two features, 500 milliseconds block time and free to use transactions. They're amazing features, so we wanted to use this. And yeah, so we were like, what can you build on the fastest blockchain ever? And we thought of Space Invaders on EOS. Has anybody here played Space Invaders on EOS, the game that we built? Oh, amazing. Quite a lot. Perfect. So you've seen the testnet version. We built that in May before the mainnet was live. And yeah, a lot of people played it. A lot of people watched the videos. It was amazing. Today, we want to show you a demo of Space Invaders on the actual EOS mainnet. It was hard to get on the Wi-Fi and everything today, but if things go well, this will be an amazing demo. So before I show you the demo, I just want to tell you what it is. So this is a real-time action game. It is on the blockchain. Every move, your left, right, all kinds of things go on the actual blockchain. If you have an EOS account, it's free to play, you have free transactions and so on. We made several improvements from the testnet version. Firstly, we don't use any RAM at all. So the game itself, it's completely on the chain, but We don't store anything on the RAM. We used to do it on the testnet version because RAM was free for our testnet version. We have more ways to play. You can play it on CleOS. You can play it on browser with Scatter. Thank you, Nathan. We also have, we had to write a new web push plugin, so a C++ plugin, which actually sits on one of our nodes. It detects a transaction in a block and sends it immediately to a web API. We'll be open sourcing that. That's a core of what's used there. We also now have top scores, so you can play against each other, see how you stand among all the other EOS accounts. So before I go into the demo, this is how the game will work. You can play on the command line, on Scatter and all of that, and then your moves go on to the EOS chain. A block producer somewhere in the world would actually include your transaction into the EOS blockchain, and then it gets pushed out to the actual game. So yeah, so let's switch over to the demo and cross our fingers. Okay, so this is how you would do it. You would enter your account name, and it'll tell you how many moves you have. So this account, it's got 844 moves. What's amazing is you only have 10 EOS staked for CPU, and you have 1 EOS staked for bandwidth, and that's enough for like 844 moves on the blockchain, so amazing. Each move is like 295 microseconds of CPU and 96 bytes of bandwidth, so you get lots of moves if you have like 10,000 here. So, and you play, for this demo, let's play with Scatter, and yep. So you can get to control with your mobile or with your keyboard. This is a keyboard version. Let's see if it works. Oh, it's perfect. It's working. So, let me go through the demo again. What's happening here? There's Roshan there. He's playing the game. He's doing well so far. So what's happening now is he presses the right button and a left button. The moment he presses the right button, it goes on to Scatter signs it, it sends it to the blockchain. Jeddah is producing now, Liberty Block's producing the block now, so the transaction goes to Liberty Block somewhere in the world. They add it to the blockchain, then it gets pushed to the browser window here, and you see the game working. So this is all live, it's happening right now on the mainnet. Oh, amazing, I can't believe it's working. So, yeah. So Argentina EOS just produced the transactions, thank you. And yeah, you keep playing, and then eventually at some point you die, you make a mistake or something. Get the last alien, come on. There you go. So it's EOS Authority producing now. So yes, perfect. So this is, the live demo went better than expected. So perfect. So let's switch back to the slide. So you should try this today. It's not live yet. We still have the testnet version. We'll have to go back and then make it live. But yeah, it's an amazing thing. You can actually play a lot. You can have lots of moves. You can have hundreds of thousands of moves a day. So perfect. So what can you build in the fastest blockchain ever? This is just using 2 of the features of EOS. You can actually mix and match a lot of the other features and create like something really, really cool and amazing. We'd love to see what you will build. And yeah, so I'm pretty much good on time. This is about 9-10 minutes of talk where Bitcoin would come back with a transaction, really. So, so excellent, guys. Thank you so much. You've been amazing. And yeah. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Any questions, any feedback, thoughts, please connect with us on Telegram, Twitter, and so on. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thanks.